Hi, Bhargav.
Hey, hi, hello everyone. Good morning.
That,
Good
Yes,
morning, Bhargav.
good morning, Monica. Is my voice is audible?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. John Basha. Pushta Vaishnavi Nagam. I think we have everyone. Brahmam, I think you have already gone through the recording of yesterday's class, right?
Yes, yes, I have gone through that. I just had only one doubt actually here.
Yeah, please tell me.
ఇది సాక్ టు పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం అని చెప్పారు కదా, సాక్ టు టైప్ 1 లో.
Yeah.
ఆ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం అంటే ఎట్లా అది ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ వచ్చి ఇప్పుడు ఆడిట్ ఇవ్వమన్నప్పుడు సాక్ టు టైప్ 1 కూడా వాళ్ళతో షేర్ చేస్తాము మనం, లేదంటే అది ఇంటర్నల్ పర్పస్ యూస్ చేస్తాము టైప్ 1.
SOC to type 1 audit. లేదు SOC to type 1 audit వేరు, SOC to type 2 audit వేరు. SOC to type 1 auditలో ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ రోజు నాకు ఈ రోజు నుంచి నాకు SOC to type 1 audit కావాలి.
ఓకే
అది మన స్కోప్, అది క్లయింట్ చేస్తాడు, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ వెండర్ చేస్తారు, ఎక్స్టర్నల్
ఓకే
ఆడిటర్స్. వాళ్ళు ఏం చూస్తారంటే పలానా ఈ రోజు వరకు ఆ కంట్రోల్స్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయా లేవా అంతే.
ఓకే, ఏవైతే ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయో ఒకవేళ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అవ్వనవి కూడా దాంట్లో రిపోర్ట్లు ఉంటాయి ఏ టు జెడ్, అంతే కదా.
అవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, ఇది ఎక్సెప్షన్ కింద ఇది నాన్ కంప్లీట్ కింద పెడతారు. ఈ ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 1 month ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఈ 1 month లో మీరు దాన్ని చేసి చూపించాలి, లేకపోతే అది ఫెయిల్ కింద పెట్టేస్తారు.
ఓకే, మనం ఆ రిపోర్ట్ అదే ఆడిటర్ వచ్చేసి జస్ట్ చెప్తాడు ఇట్లా ఆడిటర్ నాన్ కంప్లైన్స్ ఉంది, మీరు ఈ 1 month లో కంప్లీట్ చేయండి, నేను రిపోర్ట్ పంపించేలోపు అన్నట్టు అడుగుతాను, అంతేనా కదా.
ప్రతిరోజు ఈ 1 month మీకు ఆడిట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు. ఏమైతే ఫైండింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ ఒక రిజిస్టర్లో పెట్టి మీరు ఫిక్స్ చేసుకోమని చెప్తారు. వన్స్ ఫిక్సేషన్ అయిన తర్వాత రిపోర్ట్ ఇస్తారు. లేదు మీరు విత్ ఇన్ ఆడిట్ టైంలో ఫిక్స్ చేసుకోలేకపోతే అది నాన్ కంప్లైంట్ కింద రిపోర్ట్లో పెట్టేస్తారు.
ఓకే ఓకే, ఫైన్ ఫైన్.
దట్స్ అప్ టు టైప్ 1. అది వచ్చేసరికి ఓన్లీ అది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశారు లేదా మాత్రమే చూస్తారు.
ఓకే ఓకే, గాట్ ఇట్.
లెట్ మీ షేర్ మై స్క్రీన్.
అండ్ ఈ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ అంటే జనరల్ గా సపరేట్ కంపెనీ ఏమైనా మామూలుగా ఇప్పుడు ఉంటారా, లేదంటే ఎట్లా అది క్లయింట్ వచ్చేసి తను ఎవరికైతే ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారో ఆ క్లయింట్ సైడ్ ఆడిటర్స్ ఉంటే ఇంకా వాళ్ళని ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటాము మనం.
ఇవాళ క్లాస్ మొత్తం అదే, ఇవాళ చెప్పేది మొత్తం అదే చెప్తాను.
అవునా, ఓకే ఓకే.
Okay, so I think it's recording. Okay గైస్, మొన్న వచ్చినట్టే వస్తుందా వాయిస్? నేను స్పీకర్స్ పెట్టాను, క్లియర్గా ఉంది కదా?
Yeah, Bhargav.
Okay, super. Yeah, so far any doubts in the first class? Do you have any doubts in the SOC 2 concepts, trust services, criteria, principles? Anybody have any doubts before going to today's class? Please ask. Yeah, silence means everything is good, right? I'm going to continue. Yeah, today's topic is how you guys need to perform an external audits. Right, so this is the today's concept, guys. So how the actual SOC audit will goes on, how the requirement will comes from the team members, and who are the evidence providers, who are the external auditors, and how it will actually happens. So we will consider it as SOC 2 type 2. Yes, sorry guys. SOC 2 type 2 audit currently we are doing. Let's assume Brahmam, as per your question, there are top 4 big 4 companies are there who are doing external audits. KPMG, EY, PwC, Deloitte. So these are the top big four MNC organizations where most of the guys will take the projects, will give the projects to these guys. These four people are somewhat expensive also. There are other companies also, even startups will also do the external audits. But what is the major difference is when the client seeing the report which is delivering by these companies will have the most value in the market. There are startups also. Some other companies um, like we have CSH, a lot of small companies also. For example, KPMG guys is charging for SOC 2 project for let's assume Infosys company or else Wipro, whatever you take. It is taking almost 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, where these guys will charge 6 to 7 lakhs. That much variation will be there. So now we have the client. Let's take Wipro is our client. So now Wipro needs SOC 2 Type 2 report. So their period is SOC 2 Type 2. So their audit period is March 2024 to March 2025. So they are going for 12 months of SOC 2 audit. So they have given this project to let's assume they have given this project to KPMG. Okay, the project period is which they have defined after seeing the Wipro's services and everything. They have defined this project timeline is 6 months, or else let's say 4 months. Within 4 months of timeline, this KPMG guys will need to deliver the final report to the Wipro. Right, guys? If you have any doubts, please stop me there itself and ask the question. So let's assume in KPMG people are called as external auditors, which Wipro was hired and which Wipro was given the project to these guys. In KPMG, let's assume Hari, Monica, Vaishnavi, right? These three people are the external team which usually works for the Wipro client, specifically these three people. Let's assume Hari is the compliance manager, where Monica and Vaishnavi will do the external audit for Wipro. If these guys have any doubts, these guys will report to Hari, right? Even sometimes Hari will also involve in the calls and he will also go through the sessions. Now, Wipro also has the compliance team, where in this one compliance team, Mahindra, Basha, and Pujta. So these people are the internal information security or compliance team member of Wipro company, where these guys will do the audit to Wipro, and these guys will need to provide the evidences to these people. I mean, to the external auditors. You're getting my point, right? Where Monica and Vaishnavi will raise the questions to the Wipro team members. For example, they want to know about the HR related stuff. So these guys need to provide all the data. For example, these guys work in this information security team of Wipro, but these guys don't know anything about the HR related stuff. What they will do is they will conduct one session, one meeting with the Wipro HR team member, which is called as stakeholder meetings. So in the first stakeholder meeting was with HR meeting. So out of this 4 months of time period, they will schedule the calls with each and every stakeholder in the Wipro organizations. For example, Wipro has SDLC team, product team, HR team, marketing team, sales team, change management team, testing team, infra team, DevOps team, SOC operations team, what we call IT team. So they are the main team members. For example, right now the project which Wipro was given to KPMG is the entities which are located in India location. Wipro India Private Limited, right? There is in the same scope they have included Wipro USA also. So you need to do the audit for these two locations. Sometimes you need to travel to the USA to check the related controls. You need to understand, as the external auditors, you need to understand the clear cut scope. What are the operations are holding in India location? What are the operations are holding in USA location? For example, let's take all offshore development, all of development activities, which is called as offshore development center, which all the development, testing, implementation of production, customer support, and everything is happening in India location. They have told sales and marketing is from USA location. To check these two controls, sometimes you may probably need to travel to US and do the things. If it is not required, you can conduct the virtual interviews and get the evidences and everything. So this is called a scope. Sometimes they will include different entities. Wipro has entities in Europe also, so they will include that thing also you need to cover. Then the time it will add 2 more months, right? Because the scope is too large. Agree my point, right, guys? If the number of locations is increasing, the probability of validating the evidences in all the three different locations, it will also take the time. So based upon the scope which is given by the Wipro, KPMG guys will prepare the entire 6 months audit plan. For example, in the first 1 week, they schedule call with the Wipro's HR team members, Wipro HR team, where HR team will involve the call and they will explain all the Wipro HR department process, what is their onboarding process, what is their offboarding, what is their how they raise the tickets, how they give the access to each and everyone once they are onboarded. So they will tell all the how the induction works, how the security awareness trainings will held, um, how the terminations works, how the maternity leaves will works, how the paternity leaves will works. All these things, all these policies, they need to showcase to the external auditors of KPMG to these people. And if they have any doubts, they will raise and understand the process during the call itself and get the data. So once the call is done, they will ask KPMG external team what they will ask. Hey, hi Wipro HR team, we need data from you related to the who all are the people join from this period. How many number of people has been joined? For example, they told uh, number of onboardings which was held was 1,000 during that period, which we call it as population, as I told you in the earlier call. So it's highly impossible to check all the 1,000 records. Once they have given all this, so which this HR team will share this data to the Wipro compliance team members, these guys, right? Where Mahindra will coordinate with these people and they will share this population data to the KPMG external team. Once this population has been received by the KPMG external auditors, out of this 1,000 records, they will choose 50 samples. So which we called as evidence samples. So now this, for example, let's say Vaishnavi will ask to Wipro compliance team members, hey guys, we have prepared the evidences samples. We need the in-depth each and every record details of these 50 samples. For example, out of these 50 samples, let's take um, right. So these are the peoples. Let's assume it goes till 50. Okay, 50 names. Okay. So in these 50 samples, what they have requested is all these 50 samples, we need the records of their offer letters, their signed agreements, their non-disclosure agreements, what we call their BGV check reports, their security awareness trainings completed reports, their onboarding forms, and everything they will check out of these 50 samples. So if they found their access tickets, numbers, and for example, Priya has joined in. Let's assume Priya has joined in June 15th, 2024. As per the HR policies of Wipro, upon joining, they needs to assign, give the access whatever she requires in 24 hours of time. For example, the initial access, Outlook access or Gmail access, right? So what Orders has found is this person has not received the email access within 24 hours time. She got the access in, let's say, assume June 17th. So it's the process is failed here, right? You will see each and every records of these 50 employees like this kind of stuff. For RAM, the BGV check has been implemented, but there is no criminal checks column there. There is only, they have checked only educational and employment history. As an auditor, you need to suggest, you need to go for the, you need to check the address validations also, you need to check the criminal history also, these things, which these two columns are missed in the BGV reports. Got it? So this is an non-compliant, which you will identify and you will tell them Wipro team members upon from the next time onwards, you need to improve your process by adding these two validations also. Right? Sam, similarly, offboarding process is not up to the mark. They also, within 48 hours of time, they need to remove all access and everything. But the process is delayed here, which IT team is delayed and they have not removed the accesses. So it's a process gap. Yeah. So this is how it usually works. So you don't need to worry. What are the questions we need to ask, and how we need to conduct the audit and everything. So in this scenario, you need to understand two things. What in case if you worked as an external auditor, how you need to tackle if you are in the internal team member, right? If you are in the internal team members, your job is to provide the evidences and coordinate with the external auditors to deal with them. If you are, if for example, if you have hired as an external auditor in few of the company, where whatever the company you have hired, you are the external auditor. Your job is external auditor. So you need to do all the kinds of things whatever these people are doing. It's vice versa. You're getting my point, right? Here I'm teaching in the two ways. Ram, please. So if you work in the internal team member, how you need to tackle the situation. How if you are working in an external company, external auditors, how you need to do the thing. There is one more chance of probability here. So before external auditors come and do the audit, for example, the period is March 2024 to March 2025. So when the external audits will come is April 2025, they will enter and they will do the kickoffs and everything. They will do the audit before April 2025. For example, you need to this is the audit period, right? So in the February and March month, you need to do the internal audit, where Wipro compliance team members Mahendra, Basha, and Pooja, what they will do is before an actual external audit comes and do the audit, they will do the internal SOC 2 type to audit, whatever these people will actually do. So if they do the internal SOC 2 audit means what they will issue, they will find out all the loopholes before an external audit comes and they will identify the loopholes. So in this period, in the February and March months, these guys will do the internal SOC 2 audit by talking with all his department owners and identify the gaps, and they will fulfill the mitigations. So when there is an external audit comes and do the audit, they won't find any loopholes and any process gaps. So which this Wipro company will get the clean cut report. So far, any doubts, guys?
You told like KPMG that the whole scenario is like if KPMG is going to hiring Wipro for any project, this is the scenario for that, right?
Hari, could you please repeat the question once again?
ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు కేపిఎంజీ వచ్చేసి విప్రోకి ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఈ సెనారియోనా మీరు అనేది
లేదు విప్రో అనేవాడు కేపీఎంజీకి ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చింది.
ఓకే, విప్రో అనేవాడు కేపిఎంజీ ప్రాజెక్ట్.
ఎందుకంటే విప్రో అనేవాడికి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ డెప్ట్ రిపోర్ట్ కావాలి.
ఓకే 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 ఇది జస్ట్ ఓవర్కి ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ లైక్ ఎనీ టెక్నికల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్, ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ లైక్ ఇది కంప్లీట్ రిపోర్ట్ లెవెల్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ కోసం వాళ్ళు విప్రో వాళ్ళు కేపిఎంజీకి ఇస్తున్నారు సర్టిఫికేషన్ కోసం.
ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ టీమే ఇంటర్నల్ ఆడిట్ చేసుకొని వాళ్ళే రిపోర్ట్ జనరేట్ చేసుకొని క్లయింట్స్ కి ఇస్తే నమ్మరు కదా.
అవునవును,
నువ్వు సర్టిఫికేట్ చేసుకుంటే ఎవరు నమ్ముతారు? నేను
అంటే నేను జస్ట్ సర్టిఫికేట్, ఇది ప్రాసెస్ మొత్తం సర్టిఫికేషన్ పర్పస్ అయితే
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ కాదు, ఇట్స్ అసెస్మెంట్.
ఓకే, ఇట్స్ అసెస్మెంట్. ఓకే ఓకే ఫైన్ ఫైన్. And it will be certified by KPMG. That
it will be certified by KPMG will do the audit only. If KPMG has a CPA auditor firm, they will give the certificate, assessment report.
Okay.
For some companies, mostly these companies will have the CPA auditors. In the final part, which these people will do the audit, they will share the report to the CPA auditors in the KPMG team members, which they will review and acknowledge and sign the report.
Okay.
Sometimes small companies, I told you, right, who are doing 6 to 7 lakhs, they won't have the CPA term internally. They will hire one of the CPA auditor and they will send this report to the CPA auditor and they will sign it.
Okay.
Wherever in India or else what in entire world, however you will get this project, you need to do the same process. Whoever the client. If you are an external auditor, this is the process you need to follow. Any doubts? The one more important thing you need to know is audit period. As I told, Wipro audit period is, so let's assume Wipro is going for the first time SOC audit. Their audit period is March 2024 to March 2nd, 2025. So this is the audit period. So once this period is done, then only external auditors will do the audit. From this date to this date, they can ask for any evidence. So they will enter, external auditors will enter into March 2025. They have the right to do the audit. Can anyone tell what is the next audit period of Wipro? Next software audit period of Wipro. So this is done. They have done, external auditors do the review and done the report. They have taken 3 months to complete the audit. And March, April, May, June, July 2025. This guy, KPMG guys will give the final report. So when this KPMG guys will needs to come again, what is the Wipro's next audit period?
After completing the first this audit, like after July 13th, it might be the next audit starts.
No, wrong answer. Anyone, any guess? I want what is the Wipro's next audit period?
According to the requirement, they will do the audit. From
March, it's a 12 month, it's a 12 months report, right? 12 months report is done.
Yeah, then from March 3rd to next 26th, they will send.
So the next audit period is March 3rd, 2025 to March 2nd, 2026. So their audit period is 12 months, guys. So you have to continue this period. till March 2026, this report will valid. Once after 2026, if you share this report to any client, they won't accept. You need to either give the fresh report or else you need to give the SOC 2 bridge letter. That's the concept which I'm going to teach you in next class. Class number 4 I will teach. In this scenario, what you need to do. So you haven't went for the next renewal of the SOC 2 type 2 period. You have taken a lot of time to do the audit. There is a gap, right? So clients are not accepting your old report. At that time, what you need to do? That's the thing I teach you in tomorrow's class 3. Class 4 I will teach. In the class 4, I will show you the final SOC 2 type 2 report, how it looks like. Okay. So this is, let's assume if the audit period is 9 months only. Next time, they don't want to go for 12 months audit period. Instead of 12 months, they will go from March 3rd, 2025 to till December 2nd, 2025, right? It's up to their wish. If they want to 3 months report also, they can valid till March 3rd, 2025 to I want only next 3 months report. March, April, May. May 2nd, 2025. Sometimes clients will ask if there is any bigger projects, billion number of projects is coming, means they don't wait for the next 12 months of audit. They will ask Wipro team members, hey guys, we don't want our old report. We need another report. Go ahead and do your SOC 2 type 2 audit for this next coming 3 months. So you'll get the notification from the Wipro senior management to the Wipro compliance team members who are these people, right? To Mahendra, Basha and Pushta, hey guys, we are getting a bigger client. You go ahead and do the SOC 2 audit for the next upcoming 3 months. Actually, their period is after completing 12 months, right? Sometimes in between also we'll get the ad hoc things. After completing of 12 months only, you need to do the next audit, right? So some clients never accept. So they don't wait for next 12 months. So whatever happened March 2nd, 2025, they don't know, right? They don't want to wait till 2026, till March 2026. So they will ask interim reports. Understand, guys? So the process is simple. Whenever you get the requirement, you need to do the same process. You need to, as a national auditor, you need to understand the first scope. Out of the trust services criteria, they have chosen security is by default. They have chosen confidentiality and availability. Since Wipro is not dealing with any privacy related controls and processing integrity. So their scope is only these things, which KPMG team will only assess these three trust services criteria principles. You got my point? Let me stop my screen 1 second. Guys, any doubts so far? Puchta, are getting my points? Are clear in the process?
Yes, Bhargav.
Basha, do you have any questions?
Uh,
Yeah, please, Mahendra.
ఇంటర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ అను ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్కి కొంచెం
Differences, huh? Okay. Internal auditors / external auditors, both are same. When you work for any company, any other client, you will behave as an external auditor. When you do the audit for your own organization, for example, if you're working TCS, you are doing or internal audit for SOC 2 Type 2 for your company, then you will behave as an internal auditor. In TCS, you got the project from some XYZ company. Let's assume you got the project got from Infosys. Then you need to you will become the external auditor for Infosys, because you are validating other company controls. Then you will behave as the internal auditors. That's the only difference. మీ కంపెనీకి మీరు చేసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇంటర్నల్ ఆడిటర్ అవుతారు, మీరు వేరే కంపెనీకి చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్ అవుతారు.
ఓకే.
దట్స్ ద థింగ్, దేర్ ఇస్ నో డిఫరెన్స్.
కాకపోతే ఇంటర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్కి ఎక్కువ లైసెన్స్ అనేది ఉండదన్న.
దీనికి లైసెన్స్తో సంబంధం లేదు. యు ఆర్ నాట్ డూయింగ్ ఎనీ పెన్ టెస్టింగ్ ఆర్ ఎల్స్ హ్యాకింగ్ సైడ్.
ఓకే.
సో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సెక్యూరిటీ టీమ్కి నో లైసెన్స్, నథింగ్, ఏమి ఉండవు. యు జస్ట్ అన్ ఆడిటర్, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఆడిటర్. When you work as an external auditors, sometimes if the process is not good in Wipro, they will try to give some type of bribe and money and everything they will offer, which you can't accept as a legal best practices. For example, out of 100 controls, they are failing 5 controls. As an external auditor, you have identified and you are putting the 5 controls in the report. They said, hey Mahindra, please don't put in our report. We will offer something else more what you are expecting, right? They will offer some kind of stuff like that. So your job is to do the strict kind of manner. When you are in security team, you need to follow some of the ethics and rules, because it will spoil your career if it is revealed outside.
Okay.
Right? You don't accept those kind of stuff. There are people who have earned a lot of things by taking this kind of money also, but end of the day, it will all reveal someday, right? It will damage your entire reputation.
Okay.
It's a big gap to the Wipro team members. If you identified 5 loopholes and you put in the report, means if they share this thing to the clients, means they won't get the projects. How the clients will trust them if they're not following proper security controls in place? So they won't get the projects. They will give the projects to some other vendor instead of Wipro. As I told you in the earlier class, Microsoft doesn't give the project to the Infosys. They will give project to the either Deloitte, either some other company. Whoever software report is clean and whoever budget is decent enough to do the project. So those kind of ethics you need to always ensure when you are working with external auditors. I need to showcase a lot of professionalism, because as an external auditors, you need to have a lot of powers to talk with the CEO, CTO, all product owners, because you are the main head, right? You are going to the client office and you are validating all the evidences. So sometimes you need to go to the infrastructure IT team member server room also. If you found any server wire is not happened with the proper labeling, then it's non-compliant. They are failed there. If you found any physical security camera is not there in the premises, means it's a non-compliant. They have failed control in the physical security controls. There should be particular in the lifts also. There should be particular labeling. There should be emergency contact numbers if the lift stops. If their numbers are not there, means it's a non-compliant. If the CCTV is not there in the emergency areas or else entry areas, it's a non-compliant. It's not everything whatever the company is maintaining. It's not for their stuff. It's just to pass the security audits. Right? That's the beauty of this one. For example, when you enter into the office, you need to swipe the ID cards and you need to enter into the lobby, right? That's fine. It's for tracking purpose. It's a good thing. when you enter into the office, when you enter into the car or bike, they will have a security checks they will put the mirror uh, and checks and everything your vehicle, right? That's to pass the physical security control. If any visitors are coming external and they are entering into the office premises, they need to maintain the office external vendor register, which they need to provide all the details over there, and they need to enter into the office premises. That thing also you need to check during this audit to cover the physical security controls. Only one thing for one domain you need to go to the office to check all the physical security controls. Rest and everything you can check. You can do it from the remotely. Sometimes companies will do the fire drills and everything. It's because not to give the awareness and everything. The story behind is if they not do the annual fire drills in-house means their compliance will fail. Because when auditors will come, they will ask, what is your fire drill report when you have completed in the last year? If they're unable to provide that report, that pictures and everything, it's an exception. They won't get the certification of ISO if they go for the ISO 2700 certification, and if they're not doing fire drills and they're not giving proper training to the employees, it's an exception. They won't get the final report certification. So companies will maintain all these things, all these standards, to not to showcase to the customers and everything. It's just to comply with industry standards to get the certifications and everything. And by showing these things, they do the market and they will get the products from the different vendors and stakeholders, different clients. Any doubts, guys, so far? Just my concept is whether we have understand how to do the audit as an external auditor or internal auditor. That is the main point I want to cover in this section. The next sections are very clear if you understand these two concepts. What is internal auditor? What is external auditors?
భార్గవ్ మీరు అన్నారు కదా 1 ఇయర్ది 9 monthsలో కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే అని అది ఇంటర్నల్ ఇప్పుడు విప్రో వాళ్ళు 9 monthsలో కంప్లీట్ చేయడమా?
కాదు వైష్ణవి, విప్రో అనే వాళ్ళు సాక్ 2 ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 12 months పెట్టుకున్నారు. 12 months అంటే మార్చ్ 2024 టు మార్చ్ 2025 12 months అవుతుంది. లేదు నెక్స్ట్ ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్ వాళ్ళు 12 months దాకా ఆగదలుచుకోలేదు. దే వాంట్ 9 months ఓన్లీ.
ఓకే, అంటే కంపెనీ బేస్డ్ అది.
ఇట్స్ ప్యూర్లీ కంపెనీ వాళ్ళు ఏ టైప్ ఇస్తే నాకు ఆ మంత్స్ రిపోర్ట్ ఆ యొక్క 9 months డేటాని మీరు వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తారు.
ఓకే,
ఆ 9 months లో
అంటే
మీరు
ఎక్స్టర్నల్ వాళ్ళు చెప్తారా ఈ 9 months మీరు?
ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ అని చెప్పరు. ఇట్స్ ద డెసిషన్ టేకెన్ బై ద విప్రో కంప్లైంట్స్ టీమ్ మెంబర్స్
ఓకే, సో
and senior manager. Yeah, these
ఓకే,
people.
అయితే 12 ఓకే, అండర్స్టూడ్. సో ఆ 12 months విప్రో వాళ్ళు ఆడిట్స్ చేస్తారు. ఆ 12 monthsలో నుంచి ఒక డేటా తీసుకుంటారా ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్?
విప్రో వాళ్ళు చేసుకుంటే ఇంటర్నల్ ఆడిట్స్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఈ రిపోర్ట్ ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ కావాలంటే దే నీడ్స్ టు గివ్ దిస్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ టు ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్.
ఓకే,
దే విల్ హైర్ అన్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ అండ్ దే విల్ కమ్ అండ్ డూ ద ఆడిట్ ఫర్ యూ ఫర్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ 9 months. ఈ 9 months లో ఉన్న డేటాని తీసుకుని వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తారు.
ఓకే, ఓకే, అండర్స్టూడ్.
Instead of 9 months, they want to go for 6 months. They have the rights to change the audit period anytime.
Okay.
This has been defined by the Wipro compliance team and senior management team.
భార్గవ్, అది 6 months అయిపోయాక వాళ్ళు ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చేస్తారా?
6 months అయిపోయినాక
ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ ఇస్తారా లేదా నెక్స్ట్?
లేదు ఎట్లా వర్క్ అవుతుంది అంటే మార్చ్ 2024 టు మార్చ్ 2025 అనేది 12 months ఆఫ్ స్కోప్ పీరియడ్. ఇది విప్రోకి. వీళ్ళ నెక్స్ట్ ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది అంటే మార్చ్ 2025 టు మార్చ్ 2026. లెట్స్ అస్యూమ్ హియర్ మార్చ్ 3rd ఎండ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ మార్చ్ 4th 2025 టు ఇది యాక్చువల్గా వాళ్ళ ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్ 12 months, నెక్స్ట్ ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వీళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, నేను ఇప్పుడు దాకా కాకుండా 6 months ఆడిట్ పీరియడ్కి వెళ్తాం అనుకుంటా. సో ఇది స్ట్రైక్ అవుట్ చేసేయండి, ఇది వద్దు మనకి. సో నేను 6 monthsకి 12 monthsకి వెళ్ళదలుచుకోవట్లా. 6 months అంటే డేట్ ఎప్పటి నుంచి వస్తుంది? సేమ్ March 4, 2025 నుంచి ఇక్కడ నుంచి 6 months వ్యాలిడ్ టైం వేయండి. మార్చ్, ఏప్రిల్, మే, జూన్, జూలై, ఆగస్ట్ టిల్ ఆగస్ట్ 3rd, 2026. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు
25 భార్గవ్, ఆగస్ట్
25. ఇప్పుడు విప్రో ఏం చేస్తారంటే, ఇక్కడ దాకా వెయిట్ చేయకుండా ఇక్కడే ఈ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిట్స్ని పిలుస్తారు, ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తారు కేపీఎంజీ వాళ్ళకి. వీళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు ఎంటర్ అవుతారు? August 4th, 2025లో ఎంటర్ అవుతారు. ఎంటర్ అయ్యి వీళ్ళు ఏం వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తారు? ఈ యొక్క పీరియడ్, ఈ 6 months యొక్క డేటా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 6 monthsలో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 100 టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ రన్ చేశారు, అవే చెక్ చేస్తారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ సైడ్ చెప్తున్నాను నేను. లేదా 20 ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ చేశారు. ఈ యొక్క పీరియడ్లో వాళ్ళు 10 products డెవలప్ చేశారు. ఈ 10 products ఉన్న డేటాని వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తారు. August 4th నుంచి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వీళ్ళు ఈ ఆడిట్ చేయడానికి 2 months టైం తీసుకున్నారు. ఆగస్ట్, సెప్టెంబర్. సో మోస్ట్లీ దే విల్ గివ్ ద ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ బై September 30th, 2025. దే విల్ గివ్ ద ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ టు విప్రో. సో ఫైనల్ రిపోర్ట్ ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది పూజిత, ఆఫ్టర్ దే హ్యావ్ డన్ ద ఆడిట్ ఫర్ 2 months. గాట్ ఇట్?
ఈ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిటర్స్ అనేవాళ్ళు వేరే కంపెనీ నుంచి వస్తారా భార్గవ్?
ఎస్. లాస్ట్ టైం వాళ్ళు కేపీఎంజీ నుంచి చేసుకున్నారు, ఈసారి మాకు కేపీఎంజీ వద్దు. దే విల్ గివ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ టు ద డెలాయిట్, లేదా ఏదైనా స్టార్ట్అప్ ఇస్తారు. నువ్వు ఎవరినైనా పెట్టుకో, నీకు నచ్చిన వాడిని పెట్టుకో.
ఓకే.
నువ్వు ఎప్పుడు ఒకే డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళవు కదా, నీకు నచ్చిన డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తావు. ఒకసారి డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళావు, బాగా చూడలేదు, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తావు. బయటతో నువ్వు డబ్బులు ఇచ్చి చేసుకుంటున్నావు సర్వీస్, డబ్బులు ఇచ్చి ట్రీట్మెంట్ చేయించుకుంటున్నావు. నీకు ఏ డాక్టర్ అయితే ఏంటి, నీకు మంచి ట్రీట్మెంట్ కావాలి.
భార్గవ్, హలో.
బ్రహ్మ,
భార్గవ్, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఆడిట్స్ కి ఏమి స్టాండర్డ్స్ ఏమన్నా? ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ మన ఇచ్చిన కంపెనీ అంటే రేటింగ్స్ ఏమన్నా, విచ్ కంపెనీ బెస్ట్ దే విల్ ప్రొవైడ్ ఆడిట్?
నో, అదేం లేదు. నీ ఇష్టం, నీ బడ్జెట్. నీ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సేమ్ 6 monthsకి నేను డెలాయిట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చానంటే వాడు 15 lakhs అడిగాడు మీ కంపెనీకి. లేదు మీ బడ్జెట్ అంత కాదు, మీ బడ్జెట్ ఒక 5 lakhs ఉంది. సో అప్పుడు మీరు డెలాయిట్, బిగ్ 4 లాంటి కంపెనీస్కి ఇవ్వలేరు, ఏదైనా చిన్న కంపెనీకి ఇస్తారు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్సో a report. But in the market, when you are giving the projects to the big 4 companies, the report has more value. It doesn't mean client won't accept which is given for 5 lakhs of report. They won't say like that. It means it purely depends upon the standards. These guys will also follow AACPA guidelines. This 5 lakhs who are charging, these guys will also follow AACPA standards to do this assessment. But let's assume it's a brand, it's a non-brand. If you consider, if you're buying clothes from Zara versus if you're buying clothes from Judio. Got it?
Yeah, but
Here also you'll get shirt, here also you'll get the shirt. It has just a brand value. That's it.
Yeah, there won't be any quality differences. I mean, in the audits, same audit will be conducted by the both. I mean, the lot or some of the small size.
For example, this company name is XYZ. These guys will also do the same process. I'm going to show you the next topic, which is called as checklist. So this is how the external auditors will take even external auditors, internal auditors will follow. So they are the controls you need to validate. So CC 1.1, CC 1.2. Let me tell you this. So I told you, right? You need to do the audit. Now the actual audit starts. How you need to ask the questions, how you need to get the data. What are the things you need to ask? I told you, right? Out of trust services criteria, these guys have ensured security, confidentiality, and availability is the three trust service principle. Under security, which is these two is the common criteria, which we called as CC. Confidentiality, which we called as C. Availability, which we called as A. Scope. For example, Wipro don't want next time they're not dealing with any availability related data, so they can ignore this one. It's whatever the scope they had defined, you need to validate those. CC 1.1, CC 1.2, CC 2.1, 2, I think CC 2.9 we have, and again CC 3.4, CC 4.1 to CC 4.5 we have, and till like that we can go for we have CC till 10. Then we have C 1.1, C 1.2. These are very less controls. Let me show you. So this is the checklist, guys. Even as a national auditor, you need to follow the same checklist, which this checklist will maintain by the AICPA. If they release, for example, in 2027, they're going to release a new checklist, you need to follow that checklist. Every organization will have, but the style of the formatting, the style of the structure, what are the components they have put, that's different. Deloitte company will follow one standard way of defining the report styling and everything. KPMG will follow different, but the requirements are similar. You see here, SOC 2 criteria CC 1.1. CC 1.1 is security controls. What the requirement here talking about is the organization demonstrated a commitment to integrity and ethical values. So, as an external auditor, you need to get the evidences of Wipro. So these points. Hey guys, we want to see the list of senior and executive management as well as list of all members of the Wipro company board of directors. So Wipro company, now who all are working in Wipro compliance team members? In Wipro compliance team members, these people are working. So these people, anyone needs to provide the list of board of directors of Wipro. Similarly, next point, agendas and minutes of meeting from 3 executive. One of the requirement talking is in every organization there should be at least board of directors meeting should be held on at least annual basis, at least once a year. Some companies will follow 3 to 4 times also. So they need to follow what are the topics you have discussed in board of meetings, and please share the minutes of meetings and everything, those data, whether I schedule or not. An employee's handbook, for example, once you are joined in any organization, you'll get the offer letter along with the employee handbook. What is the company structure, what is the company ethical values, how they'll deal with the customers, how you need to secure the data, what type of professionalism you need to maintain, what are the notice period, all the stuff and everything is within the handbook, right? So handbooks are varies from the organization, organization to organization, also the location to location, region to region. Mostly if you are employee of India company, India location, the laws and regulations, rules and employment side will be different. If you're working in European countries, their laws will be different. That will be defined in the employee handbooks. So external auditors will ask the questions in, please provide the employee handbooks with updated within last 12 months. So they need to provide, I told you, right, they have included the scope of USA and India. So they need to see the list of employees who have been hired in USA, their handbooks, and also list of employees who has been hired in India location, their handbooks. Similarly, employee code of conduct policy, right? Performance reviews. For example, you have worked in an organization for 12 months. You need to see the how your performance reviews has been reviewed by your manager and how the hikes has been released to you or not. Performance reviews are happening or not, or that things also you need to check. So the other things each and every organization will follow to pass the security audits, guys. It doesn't mean they are providing a lot of information. They are treating their employees in a very nice manner. It's not that happen. The behind story is this one. If they're not doing this kind of stuff, means they won't pass the audits. You're getting my point, Hari, Brahmam, Basha, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similarly, CC 1.2, what is this thing is talking about? The board of directors demonstrate independence from management and exercise oversight the deployment and performance of internal controls. As a national auditors or internal auditors, you need to understand the terminology, what is CC 1.2 is talking, what is CC 1.1. If you do, for few clients, 1 or 2 audits, you can easily understand of the client, the process and everything. So for example, you have, as a national auditors, you have shared this information to Wipro team members. They didn't understand what is the CC 1.2 is talking. You need to know the concept of what is CC 1.2. You need to know what is the exactly behind story of this one. So you need to tell them how they can understandable way. So similarly, you can share this document to the Wipro team members, where they will create one shared drive and create CC 1.2 folder. Whatever the evidences they have, you are asking, they will put all the evidences in CC 1.2. And once they have put the evidences, they will mark the status as here. This has been uploaded. Once uploaded, external auditors, you need to change the status to in review. And once you reviewed, and you will confirm this one is completed. There is no any pending evidences under this control. Like its drop down it's not up to the mark. You can put whatever in progress, completed, not completed, pending evidences is required, follow up evidence is required. By seeing the status, Wipro team is providing the evidences on every twice a days. After 2 days, you'll get the calls with the external team members and internal Wipro team members to find any gaps in the process, providing the evidences and everything. So I'm going to take the fast here, because by reading this documentation, you can easily understandable what are the controls. If you have any doubts, please stop me. So if you see this one in CC 1.2, it is talking about a list of all members of the board of directors and biographies, preferably from the public resource. It means, for example, if you see the Wipro site, the board of directors needs details needs to be presented in the public website, right? Sorry. He's the founder. Key people these are the executive chairman. He is the Srinipilla is the CEO. So these are the board of directors, and some companies will maintain a good things. See here the list of CEOs, managing directors, names and details, everything will be listed in the publicly. If the details are not presented in the publicly available site, it's a failure. Here in the wiki, here in their blog, they need to maintain these details. That's one of the control. They are general with the process side. If you go much deeper, it will be like product side also. I'll show you those also. Before going to that, let me show you one more documentation. So this is the compliance checklist, guys. You can check this one. Sorry, one second. One second, guys. So this is the compliance checklist, guys. If you read this documentation, you'll understand the process, how the SOC 2 world works. First of all, you need to define the scope of the audit. For example, you are going to for the first time of the SOC 2 audit. You previously don't have any SOC 2 reports and everything. First, you need to define the scope, and then you need to allocate few of the resources internally, and then you need to implement all the policies, procedures as per your scope, and you need to maintain the timelines. Once everything is done, then you need to assign roles and responsibilities in your own team members, and sometimes you need to assign the project leader and everything. Then you need to hire the external auditor to do and complete the audits before completing all these things. So you need to build a team and develop all the policies, then implement the controls of the CC 1.1 and 1.2 and everything. All these things you need to implement. Then you need to work with an external auditors to get the SOC 2 CR. Choose an experienced auditor in SOC 2 audits, then perform the audit, then get the report. So this, just read this documentation, you can understand. Otherwise, you can read in Google also what is the step-by-step process to understand much more detail. So if you want further details, just go through this documentation also. So what is security, what is availability, what is process integrity, what is privacy. I hope I didn't tell this terminology because I hope most of the people already know what is security means. Just to provide the security controls in each and every organization. Availability means whatever the data we have, we are maintaining internally or else in house with the clients. We need to maintain the data in availability manner. So whenever any client asks, we need to share the data. Confidentiality, how securely are you putting the data in a secure manner. Privacy means if you are dealing with any privacy related information, PIA, then we need to do some kind of security mechanisms to encrypt the data without without reading in a readable format and everything. Those are the terminology. You can go through this. 3 to 6 months is the least expensive. When you go through the duration is more, means the cost is also more increased. It's not about the type 1 and type 2. Even for example, in type 2 only, for example, instead of 3 months validation report and 12 months report, the pricing will be different. You can go through the difference between type 1 and type 2 here. I'm going to share these documentations to you today. Just go through these 2 documentations and come up with some questions by tomorrow. We'll go through the each and every line item tomorrow, each and every control. I'll teach you. So what are the things you need to ask the client and get the details. We'll go more technical tomorrow, technical related. Like we'll go from the testing, development, incident management, change management, infrastructure side questions. So when you are the only one thing, guys, when you're working as internal auditor or external auditors, when you're asking something to provide them, first of all, you need to know what exactly it is. If they ask the reverse question, you don't know how to tell, means then you are failed. You are asking Wipro team members, please provide the evidence for the CC 4.1. Because Wipro team members, they didn't understand what is CC 4.1. Then you need to tell them in a clear cut way, this is 4.1, this is what we're expecting. Right? Are you agree with my point?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, that's my intention. So tomorrow class will go to all CC 1.1 to CC 10 and all the security controls, confidentiality controls, and availability controls. Most of the clients will only choose security, availability, and confidentiality as a scope. Who all are dealing with the privacy and process integrity, they will only choose all the remaining control scope also. Vaishnavi, are you getting my point?
Yes, Bhargav.
Any questions so far?
నో భార్గవ్, ఇప్పటి వరకు అర్థమైంది. రేపు మీరు చెప్తా అన్నారు కదా సీసీ అవి డీటెయిల్డ్గా.
Yeah, అది నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చెప్తాను. All 6 people, all 7 people, any doubts? Hey, hi Ishwar, do you have any doubts?
No, Bhargav.
Yeah. After this call, I'll prepare the notes of this class and I'll share with you in the drive folder. Please go through this concept. And Brahmam, are you clear, right?
Yeah, Bhargav, so far it's fine.
Yeah, because SOC 2 only I'm going to take more time, 3 to 4 classes. For the next classes, the ISO, risk assessments, all the concepts will go for like two days is the most maximum period. Because these terminologies you need to understand. External auditors, internal auditors, and everything. Okay?
Bhargav, one question.
Yeah, who is this?
This is Asha.
Yeah, Basha, please.
Bhargav, this checklist is there na, for
Ye-
external audit. Is it pre-defined or do we need to prepare? Is there any standards we need to follow or for every audit for some other company people? I mean, difference is there any in the checklist?
No, it's predefined. Just you need to follow, you need to take the latest documentation released by the AICPA and you need to do it. For example, AICPA has released version 2.10, but you're still using 2.7. That's not up to the mark, right? You need to take the latest one and do the audit.
The same standard need to follow for all companies for
Exactly,
whichever companies.
exactly. All companies, big four companies will follow the same standard. Even small startup will also follow the same standard. You don't need to prepare this data. It's by default. Most of the auditing companies will always have. Maybe the format is different. I can tell in that way. You can type ASCPA SOC 2 type 2 checklist. You will see. Somewhere will found. You need to download that one. Got it. There will be some website. Mostly companies will maintain these documentations. You don't need to worry about those things. You can check here. It is available. You can go ahead. Okay. Here also. Okay. You need to be a member of AACPA to download the entire full-fledged one. Okay. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we'll cover the entire checklist documentation, and day after tomorrow class, upcoming class, I think Monday. Monday class we will cover SOC 2 type 2 bridge letter. The upcoming concepts are this one. Tomorrow going through the control checklist. The next day concept is, if it is done tomorrow, we'll cover both the concepts in one class. Uh, what are the structures in SOC 2 type 2 report? What are the sections we need to add? There are a few sections which you need to know. The another class is SOC bridge letters concept and to show final SOC 2 report. Once all these are done, we are good with the SOC 2 type 2 concept, SOC audits. Okay, guys, they are the concepts which you are going. Kindly please be available. Don't miss. If you have any plans, please let me know before itself. Either I will, if number of people are not available, means I will postpone the class. Otherwise, we'll try to maintain full strength and take the class accordingly. If you want Saturday also means I'll take the Saturday class also. Then we can close the entire SOC session. There will be one session will be pending. Either we going to take the Saturday or else Monday is also fine. Okay, we'll talk.
సాటర్డే మీకు పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటే తీసుకోండి భార్గవ్.
Yeah, I need to check with each and everyone, right? Because people will have plans. Have weekends, right? Yeah. Mostly అందరికి నేను చెప్పాను only till Monday to Friday only. We'll see it. We'll see during Friday class. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm going to wind up the class. I'll share the minutes of the meeting, and these 2 documents is also in the folder. Please go ahead and review. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.